Tara and Andy's film reviews on OurGamers.co.uk.
Welcome back, everyone. Tara Malik here, and
Andy Baines.
it's just one thing you got to do at the start.
I forgot.
Oh dear. And it's time for another film review. This time we're talking about The Hitman's Bodyguard. We said it would be something funny for you guys, and this is it. Classified 15. The director is Patrick Hughes, starring in this. Now, when I saw who was in it, I was like, this is a match
Sold.
made in heaven. I know, right? Right, I don't care how stupid the film is. You've got Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson, like, head to head. This is amazing. Gary Oldman's in it as well, so yay. Genre is action comedy. Running time is 1 hour and 58 minutes. And just to give you an idea what the film is about, the world's top bodyguard gets a new client, a hitman who must testify at the International Court of Justice. They must put their differences aside and work together to make it to the trial on time. I mean, that's such an interesting concept. A hitman's bodyguard. The title was amazing. The cast, when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh. And the trailer looked awesome, so...
And the thought behind it, you know.
It's like such a funny, silly idea, but
Get
I'm glad...
two decent actors.
Yeah.
Put them in a funny situation.
I know.
Definitely worked.
Yeah, definitely. So very happy with this already. Story and script, first bit we're talking about. Just hilarious. And at times quite serious.
Yes.
So,
yeah, one of my notes is good swinging from serious action to comic jokes.
Yes.
It did a bit of back and forth. It done some serious stuff, done some funny stuff. It worked really well.
Yeah, definitely.
The story throughout, there was some interesting bits. It recapped some bits and all that. I also enjoyed they actually used the story to recap some of the action occasionally and stuff like that. It was nicely done.
Yeah, definitely.
And the funny bits, you giggled. Everyone giggled.
I definitely did.
All the audience giggled.
I know. It is just one of those films. It just was so fun. You can't not enjoy it unless you're someone who hates swearing. I'll just warn you that now. There was a lot of swearing. But overall, you know, I mean, it managed to get you on edge, or it got me on edge. Funny. I even wrote people laughing loads in the audience. It can get quite gross at times and quite gory at times.
Nah, a little bit graphic maybe. I wouldn't say gory.
Just a little bit. But and violence at times. But overall, I was quite happy with it.
So the hitman and the bodyguard is going to have violence in it.
Exactly. It's an action film, so you may expect something. That's all I have for story and script. And let's move on to shots. I don't have a lot. Just the action shots were good, and they tried. Yeah, they tried doing the one-shot action sequence thing. So that's what I wrote for that one.
Yeah, there was great camera work throughout. There was one shot, like it was a longest shot where it's following Samuel Jackson and action was happening around, and it just works. And as I say, when they use when they use the story to recap some of the action that happened earlier that we didn't see, that worked as well. I mean, all the choices for the shots and the way they decided to show stuff to us worked. So.
In a comical way, it just exactly as you said, it just really worked.
Yeah, so no complaints.
You know what they were trying to get across and how they did it.
Nothing really to note about, but you've got to admit it was good.
Yep. Action, as it is an action film, there's quite a bit of it. So yay. That's what you expect and that's what you want. Nice car stunts, good chase scenes, good scenes on foot and in cars. So I was happy with all of it.
There was a chase scene, as you say, on foot and in car to the song of Black Betty. And I must admit, I had my foot tap in. That scene, the chase and all that, the way it was done. Fine, perfect.
It's funny how you mentioned that because soundtrack is the next thing. But have you got anything else for action?
Yes, just the close combat scenes were good. Yeah, everything just fit really well. They had Ryan Reynolds, I assume, doing most of his own work because of the way the camera was. A lot of it seemed like it probably was still him. He's doing really well from what I can tell. Samuel Jackson looked like he could hold his own as well, and there was a little bit of a scuffle occasionally with him.
It's just a great dynamic.
Yeah.
Soundtrack?
Yep.
Just good soundtrack. As you mentioned, like for the action scenes, you had really good. It really worked. I'm happy with it again. Blended quite nicely.
Yeah, good choices for the action and enjoyable throughout the whole film. Again, no complaints.
Good. Cast. Some fiery tempered women in this, and it is hilarious. Shout out to Salma Hayek, who surprisingly starred in this. I don't think it was in the trailer.
She was in one of the trailers, I think. She wasn't in all of them.
She's brilliant. Like, I love her character in this. It's so good. I cracked up so much. It's brilliant. I absolutely love it. So, yay. Something different. I don't think I've ever seen her play that sort of role and swear that much.
I don't think we've seen her that extreme. I don't think we have seen that before.
It was intense, but it was funny. It was really funny.
Ryan Reynolds plays as expected.
Himself.
Samuel Jackson plays as expected.
Himself.
Yeah, no complaints. That worked so well. The dynamic they had.
Exactly. It's fantastic. I've got these. You've basically covered my notes there. That he plays himself. Always plays it well. Yeah, he's like Deadpool meets whatever. Like, you know,
Ryan Reynolds.
Well, Ryan Reynolds' character Deadpool meets Samuel L. Jackson. As I said, just a heads up, there is a lot of stuff. I think Samuel swore more than Ryan. That's a wow moment right there.
I think one of the trailers actually, if you watch the Red Band trailer where there's got the swearing in it, Ryan Reynolds says, "This guy actually ruined the term," and then says the swear word, and then it's got Samuel Jackson saying it all the time throughout the films when he says it. So yeah,
I actually really want to watch it again now, just because it is such a funny film. I mean, if you want to stick something on just to have a bit of a laugh and have some really good action scenes and some great actors on screen for a couple hours, then put this on. It's really good. Even though Samuel L. Jackson swears so much in this, the delivery is brilliant, so it is very funny. But just be warned, if you're someone who's quite sensitive to that sort of stuff, then there is quite a bit of it in this film. But overall, really happy with it. And they are such a funny duo. It really works in this film.
It really did. You've mentioned 3 of the main people. I've got a note here saying about there's a decent amount of backstory in all 4 main characters. Of course, Gary Oldman, not in a huge amount, but has such a strong character when he is on the screen. Yeah, he's got a huge role in the film without even like being on the screen that often. Yeah. So yeah, hats off to him as well. Done a really good job of that. Yeah,
quite happy. Again with the overall cast, because there's another lady in it as well. Can't remember who she is right now, because I don't think I've ever seen her in anything else.
You're talking about the other female role.
The other main female that was in this for a bit.
Forget her name now.
It's not Elodie. No, it's not Elodie, is it? I don't know. But anyway, she plays in it. She plays really, 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 really well. So
I didn't have any notes about her, but yeah, you're right. There's nothing to complain about.
No. So sorry, I just saw this one.
Oh, Salma Hayek.
Oh, soulmate.
Someone
it's too funny.
Has a few scenes with us. Quite funny.
Anyway, 4DX.
Yes.
This is one of the films we went to go see in 4DX. It is so good in that it's such a fun experience. Brilliant. Doesn't detract from it. Doesn't distract from it. It just really worked. So yeah, quite happy.
I've got that it was proper thrown about a bit during some of the chase scenes. Yeah. Not complaining, it was added to it. Now, I do want to make a note here. Since we first saw Baby Driver, the 4DX, the first ever 4DX film we saw, I thought, I've really enjoyed the film, really enjoyed the 4DX. Did it benefit from it? Having seen other things now, I do think it does. I don't think it's... At first, I thought it was a gimmick before we went into it. Ever since we've done it, I wasn't sure. But now I'm definitely sure. 4DX is not a gimmick. It does actually add to it.
It's such a good experience because you really do feel more a part of it. Yeah. When you get the
more
smells
in the world.
And exactly. Like you get the smells and you get the breeze or the rain or whatever. Or it just suddenly surprises you with a splash of water here and there if you're on the sea. Like, I don't know. It's so nice, and it just kind of wakes you up to, you're here with it as well, not just watching it.
So I wanted to make a note that I've come to the conclusion it does add to it.
I do love it. And I'm so glad I went to go see something in 4DX, because I really wasn't sure if I could stomach it. I love it.
The first time you mean, not since then.
Yeah, because I wasn't too sure, and you were like, Baby Driver, you should be okay. And I was like, okay, I'll brave it. Let's do this. We've got... whatever it was, the other film, Despicable Me 3, as a backup to run to the other screen, because there was something else as a backup just in case. And no, we stayed. Well, obviously you would stay, but you should see me run off. And I'm so glad I did, because I know I keep saying this probably in every 4DX reviewed film that we've done, but I'm really glad I went, because I realised, to be honest, now I actually do eat. How shocking is that? Before I was worried that I would just be sick with an empty stomach because I'll get thrown around too much and I'll get seasick, even though I don't even get seasick in real life. But hey, anyway. And now I'm so comfortable, I actually eat food while going 4DX. So, woohoo!
Yeah, you.
I know, I've come such a long way. But yes, I love it.
If you couldn't handle it, think how many films I wouldn't have seen with 4DX.
Oh.
That's sad.
Don't think that way, because I'm going. So good. Randoms. I don't have any.
London and Amsterdam, 2 locations I used. Both used really well. Made sense.
Yeah, there were some nice location shots as well, like how that was done. Definitely agree.
Yeah. I would somewhat compare this to Kingsman. A little bit. Comedy, serious, and a little bit on the graphic side.
Classy. No. Oh, I say classy, but you get some moments in it where you're like, why do they even make that comment?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yep, and no complaints.
No. Good. So it's time for the rate. I'm going to give it a 7.
I've got 7/8. I'm probably going to lead to 7 as well.
Okay. Guess what? It's got a 7 as well.
There you go then.
Woo! We're all the same this time.
I did enjoy it. If you like Samuel Jackson and or Ryan Reynolds and or action-y sort of stuff, you're going to enjoy it.
Car stunts, bit of silliness, a really like hot-headed, fiery-tempered Salma. She is so... I don't think she gets enough screen time. I really enjoyed her character. If they do a sequel, like...
Yeah.
They probably won't, but if they do...
That'd be good if they did. I'd be happy with that.
It's just such a funny combination of characters. I just think it really worked. So, good cast.
Plot twist, the Bodyguard's Hitman.
Oh! Took me a second to register that. And on that note, until next time, see you later.
Bye.
Thanks to Cineworld Festival Leisure Park Basildon for the best experience around.